Ever pondered who truly wields the power in our world? Could it be a select few families operating behind the scenes? The concept may seem like a plot straight out of a Hollywood movie, but what if there's more truth to it than we'd like to believe? Imagine a handful of families, their bloodlines stretching back centuries, silently steering the course of global events. From politics to finance, from culture to technology, these families exert an influence so profound it's almost invisible. We're not talking about elected officials or public figures whose every move is scrutinized. No, we're talking about the puppeteers, those who pull the strings from the shadows, the unseen influencers who've molded the world as we know it, their footprints etched deep in the annals of history. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? So let's pull back the curtain and unmask these enigmatic entities. Join us as we delve into the history and influence of 9 such families. Our journey begins in the 18th century with the Rothschilds, a name synonymous with wealth and power. Originating from Frankfurt, Germany, Mayer Amschel Rothschild laid the foundation of this banking empire, a business that would soon reach the 4 corners of Europe. Now imagine a time when kings and queens are indebted to a single family. That's the power the Rothschilds wielded. Their influence was so profound they could shape the economic and political landscapes of entire nations. They financed wars, funded railroads, and were the architects behind many major events in European history. Their wealth was not just about vast fortunes, but about the ability to control the levers of power. The Rothschilds were, and to some extent still are, the puppeteers in the grand theater of global politics. The Rothschild dynasty, a testament to the power of wealth and influence. Next, we cross the Atlantic to the land of opportunity, where the Rockefellers built an empire. Born amidst the hustle and bustle of the Industrial Revolution, this family etched their name into the annals of history. It all started with John D. Rockefeller, a name that became synonymous with immense wealth and power. His Standard Oil Company dominated the oil industry, setting the stage for what would become a sprawling dynasty. Rockefeller's influence wasn't confined to the business realm. He was also a notable philanthropist, pouring millions into education, health, and scientific research. His legacy paved the way for future generations of Rockefellers to continue his philanthropic endeavors, leaving an indelible mark on American society. But let's not forget their rise to power wasn't without controversy. Accusations of ruthless business practices and monopolistic control often cast a shadow over their accomplishments, yet their influence remains undeniable. The Rockefellers shaping America one oil barrel at a time. We remain in America where another family, the Morgans, rose to prominence. This family is synonymous with wealth and power, with their roots deeply entrenched in the banking sector. The Morgans, especially J.P. Morgan, are known to have saved the day during the Panic of 1907, effectively stabilizing the U.S. economy when it teetered on the brink of collapse. This feat earned them a reputation as the silent watchdogs of America's financial health. They constructed an empire that has withstood the test of time, shaping the nation's financial landscape for over a century. Today, their influence continues to be felt, not just in the banking sector, but across various industries. They are the silent players, the puppet masters pulling the strings from behind the scenes, the ones who silently steer the course of America's economic destiny. The Morgans, the silent guardians of America's economy. From finance, we move to the world of chemicals with the DuPont family. This lineage of innovators took the reins of the chemical industry, crafting a global empire. Their influence seeped into every corner of manufacturing, from cars to clothing and even food. The DuPonts didn't just participate in the industry, they shaped it, controlling the ebb and flow of production across the world. The DuPonts, the architects of the modern world. Now we travel to the sands of the Middle East, to the House of Saud. Emerging from the arid deserts of the Arabian Peninsula, the House of Saud has risen to power with a lineage dating back to the 18th century. Initially, they were a minor tribal faction, but their fortunes changed dramatically in the early 20th century. Discovering vast oil reserves beneath their feet, the House of Saud transformed itself into a global powerhouse. Today, this family rules Saudi Arabia with an iron fist, controlling not only their nation's political landscape, but also the very lifeblood of the global economy, oil. The House of Saud, with its control over Saudi Arabia's vast oil reserves, holds a considerable sway over world oil prices. This influence extends beyond their borders, affecting economies and political landscapes worldwide. The House of Saud, their rise to power, their control over Saudi Arabia, and their influence over world oil prices is a tale of power, wealth, and global influence. The House of Saud, the gatekeepers of black gold. Returning to America, we encounter the Waltons, rulers of the retail world. Emerging from the market heartland of Arkansas, the Waltons created a retail empire, Walmart, that spans the globe. This family's influence stretches far beyond the checkout lines, shaping economies and dictating consumer habits. With a business model that transformed the retail landscape, they've established a legacy of market dominance. Their influence is undeniable, their reach practically limitless. The Waltons, the masters of retail. In the realm of industry and politics, few names resonate like the Koch family. This American dynasty with roots in the heartland has cultivated an empire that stretches across countless industries. From oil and gas to manufacturing, their influence is widespread and undeniable. Yet their reach extends far beyond the material. The Kochs have also been prominent players in the political arena, not just as candidates, but as significant contributors shaping policy and public opinion. Their political donations, often funneled through a web of organizations, have made them a force to be reckoned with in American politics. However, this influence has not come without controversy. Accusations of manipulating governmental policies for personal gain and contributing to environmental degradation have painted a complex picture of this family's legacy. Yet, whether admired or critiqued, their influence is undeniable. The Kochs, the puppet masters of politics. Finally, we arrive at the Murdochs, the controllers of information. This family, the progeny of Rupert Murdoch, reigns over a media empire that stretches across the globe, from the United States to the United Kingdom, Australia, and beyond. The Murdoch name is synonymous with media and information, and they've used this influence to shape public opinion and narrative on a grand scale. Their power doesn't just stem from the sheer volume of media outlets they own, but the strategic placement of these outlets. They have newspapers in small towns and TV channels in major cities, reaching every corner, every demographic. They know the power of the narrative, and they hold the reins tightly. Their influence is so profound that it's almost impossible to escape their reach. They have the ability to steer public discourse, influence political landscapes, and ultimately narrate our reality. The Murdochs, the narrators of our reality. 9 families, each with their unique sphere of influence shaping our world as we know it. The Rothschilds, masters of international banking, weaving a web of financial control. The Rockefellers, oil tycoons, fueling the engines of progress and controversy. The Morgans, pioneers of American industry, etching their legacy in steel and gold. The DuPonts, chemists of progress, their creations permeating every facet of our lives. The House of Saud, guardians of black gold, their wealth a testament to the world's insatiable thirst. The Waltons, retail royalty, their empire built on everyday essentials. The Kochs, industrialists with a political bent, their influence seeping into the corridors of power. And the Murdochs, media moguls, shaping narratives and molding minds, each family a titan in their own right, their collective influence forming the backbone of our society. In the grand scheme of things, are we all just pawns in their game? You decide.